you have to be patient, but also impatient at the same time. Get rich quick is majority of the time a big scam. Anything is possible. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Because they say, oh, I'm worth $1 million. So I'm going to go out and live $1 million lifestyle. You don't have $1 million. You're just worth $1 million. You don't have income coming in. You're just worth this amount of money. And so you go and borrow a ton of money and you start living this $1 million lifestyle, and then things go down and now you're the first one to lose your shirt. So the thing that I want you to remember is first regarding the failure. You're not a failure. Just because you failed at a task does not mean you're a failure. It's actually a good thing you failed, because that means you're one step closer to finding that success. And then second, regarding the actual net worth number, look, this is just temporary. Everything is temporary, and you have the opportunity to build something a lot bigger. You have to have the right mindset. And if you are here in America, you're in a first world country, you have the opportunity to do that. But you have to be willing to learn and be willing to give it time. So you have to be patient, but also impatient at the same time. Patient in the sense that you have to understand that get rich quick is majority of the time a big scam. It doesn't work. It makes the people selling the get rich quick rich
and you
keeping you broke. So the first thing you have to understand is that. But then second is you want to be impatient, where it's going to fuel that drive, fuel that work ethic, fuel that discipline. And you have to be willing to keep going. If you would have told me 15 years ago or 10 years ago, hey man, you're going to be interviewing with Lewis on this show, I would never thought that's possible. I grew up being told, somebody like me can't do this. I remember talking to my own family members, like, you can never be a CEO of a company. Somebody like you can't do that. You have no business background. You couldn't even get into business school. And it's funny, and nowadays I'm like, well, there's a lot more value to being the owner of a company than the CEO of a company, because the CEO is working for the owner. But anything is possible. And even if you just ignore the financial side, you can do anything you want. But you want to be a singer, you want to be an actor, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be a CEO, you want to be whatever you want to do. It is possible, but you have to believe it and you have to be willing to put in that work. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. That is the truest saying that you can make, because I worked in the event planning space. I still know a lot of people in this space. I know a lot of people that manage singers, big time singers, especially in the Indian space. And some of these people are incredibly talented with no drive, no work ethic. And where are they going with their careers? They had this spike and then going down. I know these other people that are average singers, but they're putting out songs day after day after day. I mean, if you heard them sing, it's like, it's whatever, but
you can produce it well, you can make the hooks, you can write cool lyrics.
Improving, and they keep putting out content, and they keep improving every week. And it's like, dang, you got millions and millions and millions of views.
It's funny, man. I got a friend of mine I've had on the show, Andy Grammer, who was literally in Santa Monica busking for 4 years, 5 days a week, 4 years, playing songs for just tips on the streets.
They hustle, right?
But I think he said he wrote over 1,000 songs or something crazy like this in this 4-year period. He would sing the covers to try to get people to come around and be like, I like that song. Let me give you $1. Yeah. And then he would throw in one of his own original songs to try to get people like, oh, he got his own stuff. But he did this for 4 years before he actually got something that was on the radio and then touring and all these other things. 4 years on the streets, just amazing. Working really hard. Now he's got momentum, but he's got all these skills now developing over those years to write his own songs.
And I don't think people realize what 4 years means. Because you hear 4 years, college is 4 years, high school is 4 years. But you got to remember, during those 4 years, that's a long time. You go from January, February, March, April, May, you do it again,
every day.
And again, and again, and again. Steve Harvey, I love his story because he went through the same thing. He was homeless because he was like, I'm a janitor right now. I want to be a comedian. My friend, who I grew up with, is now on TV. We both had the same dreams. I didn't want to say it. He got laughed at for his dreams, and now he's the one on TV living my dream, and I'm working as a janitor. Quit his job, moved into his car, and spent 3 years just trying to make it. Look at him. And he's on shows after shows after shows.
He's crushing it.
It's that discipline, being willing to put in the work and just sticking with it is so hard. And that can help you in any, forget the financial side. Doing something you love, living a purposeful life. Because what's important to you is not what's necessarily important to me. And what's important to someone listening to this is going to be different than me. And we all have a different passion, a different purpose, and a different mission. And so someone's going to care about climate change. Someone's going to care about world hunger. Someone's going to care about cancer in kids. Someone's going to care about breast cancer. Someone's going to care about financial education. And so we all come at this world with different experiences, different pains. And each one of those pains are going to drive our motivations. But you have to be willing to work towards it, because if you don't, who else is going to?
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to do that if you want to make that impact.